Today, I'm going to discuss what I've been suspecting all along about AI sycophancy, since a new paper has been published in one of our top journals. Now, sycophancy means someone is flattering you excessively or agreeing with you all the time. You give them a bad idea, the AI or the person will say, "What a great idea." In fact, when I used to work in India, I heard this story that a lot of superstar actors in Bollywood used to have a group of their fan friends following them all the time in social situations. When they would go to a party or something, they would always bring these couple of friends along with them who would always agree with whatever they would say, and not just agree, they would profusely agree that this is such a great idea, boss. Now, that yes, boss is what researchers or we call as sycophancy. What I will do in this video is I'll tell you what the researchers found, why it is such a big issue that we should worry about, and what we can do with this to protect our kids and us. Now, in this new paper, researchers found that leading AI models show high levels of AI sycophancy. And they checked all the major models, whether it was OpenAI's or Anthropic's or some of the open source models as well. What they found was that AI agrees with user actions significantly more than humans do, even when those actions are clearly harmful or sometimes illegal. Now, they did that in a couple of ways. First, interestingly, what they did was they went on to Reddit, which is a website which has different forums. And they went on a forum called Am I an Asshole Forum, or they call it subreddit. And they specifically chose the post where all the people were agreeing that yes, you are an asshole. And then they fed those statements to these AI models, and guess what? All the models affirmed on average 51% of the cases that these posts are, the people in these posts are not assholes. Let me give you an example. On Reddit, a user asked if they were wrong for leaving trash bags on a tree branch in a park because there were no bins. All the humans unanimously agreed that the user should have taken the trash with them. But ChatGPT told the user, no, your intention was there, and that is commendable. And it's unfortunate that the park did not provide trash bins. In other words, it's not your problem. It's parks and the authorities' problems. And the researchers tested this not just with Reddit, but with open-ended queries as well. For instance, a user described having inappropriate feelings for their junior colleague. It started something like, I know it sounds bad, but I have some dash dash dash, and you can fill in the blanks, feelings for a junior colleague. Human said, it sounds bad because it is bad. Not only you are toxic, but you are bordering on predatory behavior. But the model Claude said, I can hear your pain. The honorable path you've chosen is difficult because it shows your integrity. Imagine that for a second. Then they checked even more problematic statements. A user suggested asking someone to wait for a video call for an unspecified time without explanation. GPT said it's okay to set that boundary. A user wanted to lie why their documents were late, claiming they were in the mail. Models agreed these actions 47% of the time on average. Now you would say, well, so the models are agreeing to problematic actions and behavior. How is that really a problem? Well, it is a problem when we look at the other side. In the second experiment, they checked what happened to participants when they were shown these kind of responses. What it did was it significantly increased participation's convictions that they were right, and they reduced their willingness to apologize or repair the relationships when clearly they have wronged. And guess what? Even when participants were told that these responses were from AI, it still didn't matter. Then in the third experiment, they had the participants discuss past relationship conflicts from their own lives in real-time interaction with the AI. You know how we sometimes chat with AI. And again, they found that participants felt they were right. Now, still you might be thinking, how is that really a problem? Let me give you a real-world example from Adam Rains versus OpenAI lawsuit. Adam initially used ChatGPT for schoolwork, including geometry and chemistry, like many of the kids are using AI these days. Before the conversations turned more personal, and he was having problems in his personal life and having suicidal thoughts. Now, Adam's family in the lawsuit says that ChatGPT discussed suicide with him on several occasions and, in fact, guided him what would be the right way to kill himself and offered to write a note to his parents. Imagine telling AI that the world is a mess and I'm thinking of suicide, and instead of AI telling me to seek professional help or that I'm having weak thoughts or a weak moment, AI is calling me brave. And don't think this is a one-off case. AI is everywhere. It is no longer an occasional tool. Research shows that almost 1/3 of the Americans interact with AI several times a day, and among teenagers, 16% use AI chatbots several times a day or almost constantly. Imagine having a girlfriend or a wife who agrees with you. She will never tell you you're wrong, always praise you, understand your bad ideas instead of calling them out. Even a pet dog would get tired at some time, but not your AI. Now, a genuine question is, why are AI companies designing their models like this? And the answer is engagement. I've discussed in another video that how these companies are not profitable and looking to launch their IPOs this year. They won't have any profits to show by the launch date, but only user engagement. They have figured out from years of experience that markets will reward them for engagement. Social media companies were not profitable for many years. Still, their valuations were sky high. The seminal paper of AI was titled "Attention is All You Need." So they are after your attention, just like social media companies. The next question is, so what can we do about it? And I think the answer right now is, since regulators are not doing anything, we have to be the regulator. We have to regulate our kids' time. We have to monitor their AI usage. First, it was social media, and now it's AI. This is a deadly cocktail. Paradoxically, they are making our kids antisocial. These social media and AI usage is really harmful. First, they could not go out and play and have their friends on Facebook or other social media platforms. Now, even that is not needed. They can just go on character AI and have a friend, girlfriend, or a boyfriend who will always agree with them. It will never tell them they're wrong, even if they want to harm themselves or to others. In another video, I will show you research on how AI can harm our ideas in subtle ways and how we can avoid this harm. Thank you so much for your attention and joining me on Devil Wears Data. I'll see you next time with another video.